This is a fascinating story because so many people have been calling me over the past couple of days going, Washington should have gotten involved years ago. This place is dangerous. It's a mess. It's a wreck and whatever. And then they'll go on Twitter, this is the worst outrage of all time, the shocking, which I understand. It's like people need to express their concerns about Donald Trump going too far. We saw what happened back in 2020 with the National Guard. Certainly can't have any repeat of that. Don't want the federalization of the entire city. But, man, I don't care what the crime statistics say. Crime has been a problem in this city for the 32 years I've been living inside and outside of the city. It's just, even now, Meek and I, we're talking to somebody who lives in the city. These are all Democrats who said, our friends won't walk more than 3 blocks in D.C. at night without feeling. Complete opposite of New York City, where I'll walk 40, 50 blocks at night and not think twice about it in New York City, in Midtown, downtown. I mean, New York is a safe place. Washington, D.C., man, it's door to door. I mean, I get one of those bikes, me. I love riding the bikes around. I'll ride around, and I go door to door. I don't slow down. It's very dangerous there. Glad the crime rates are going down, but there is no sense of security for people who have been living in that city for 30 years.
And the question is, what is the remedy to that? The crime stats are down. They were high, relative to previous years. They are, in fact, down, but it doesn't feel safe to a lot of people, as you say, Joe. So the question is, what do you do about that? And a lot of people disagree with the president's choice here, which he's deploying the National Guard now to Washington, effectively taking over the city's police department. He made that announcement yesterday, putting Attorney General Pam Bondi in charge. As we heard a minute ago, he called it Liberation Day for the nation's capital amid claims from him and others that D.C. is one of the most dangerous cities in the world.
This issue directly impacts the functioning of the federal government and is a threat to America, really. It's a threat to our country. We have other cities also that are bad, very bad. You look at Chicago, how bad it is. You look at Los Angeles, how bad it is. We have other cities that are very bad. New York has a problem. And then you have, of course, Baltimore and Oakland. We don't even mention that anymore. They're so far gone. We're not going to let it happen. We're not going to lose our cities over this. And this will go further. We're starting very strongly with D.C., and we're going to clean it up real quick, very quickly, as they say. You'll have more police, and you'll be so happy because you'll be safe. When you walk down the street, you're going to see police, or you're going to see FBI agents. We're going to have a lot of agents on the street. And you're going to have a lot of essentially military, and we will bring in the military if it's needed, by the way.
No, don't bring in the military. Willie, what's interesting about this list, first of all, I don't know what problems he has in New York City. Again, crime in that city and quality of life in that city, though after COVID went down, I mean, my God, I think New York City is safer now than it's been in like 55 years, 60 years. I mean, the stats are just off the charts. And throughout most of New York, people just don't feel the menace that you feel not only in Washington, D.C., which, by the way, Washington, D.C. is a special case. It's the nation's capital. And again, my beef going back to my days in Congress always was, well, why isn't Congress doing more? I mean, they're really letting the nation's capital be guided by the lunacy of Marion Barry and some people on the city council that have some crazy ideas about, stopping the police from doing their jobs. But it's the nation's capital. So I think Congress and the president should have stepped in 30 years ago. But the president left some cities off the list. Of course, red state cities that actually some of the most dangerous cities in America, whether you're talking about Memphis, Tennessee, Birmingham, Alabama, or a lot of other cities in red states that are per person just as dangerous or actually more dangerous than Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I mean, he put Baltimore on there, he put Chicago on there, he put L.A. on there. Noteworthy that the governors of all three of those states are serious candidates to run for president in 2028. That's another piece of this puzzle as well. So the question is, what will these National Guard members do? Remember, they were called up to Los Angeles. They kind of milled around, weren't sure what their role was. They're not allowed to arrest people, so they were kind of providing protection to police officers who were working, ICE agents in that case, who were working. And in D.C., more than 800 National Guard members will now be activated. A spokesperson for the Army says most of those troops live locally, likely be deployed in shifts of about 200 soldiers each. That'll start later this week. Their central duty, they say, will be to support federal agents, many of whom have already been deployed to the city. You can see their presence in the streets already. Officials with the Drug Enforcement Administration have begun to clear homeless campsites, while 120 FBI agents have been authorized to work various shifts. A senior law enforcement official tells NBC News that number is expected to rise in the coming days. The president is able to take over D.C.'s Metropolitan Police Department for up to 30 days under the city's Home Rule Act. This is the first time, though, a president ever has done so. Democratic Mayor Muriel Bowser expressed her disappointment yesterday, but made clear she does plan to comply with the president's order.
While this action today is unsettling and unprecedented, I can't say that, given some of the rhetoric of the past, that we're totally surprised. My tenor will be appropriate for what I think is important for the district. And what's important for the district is that we can take care of our citizens. And if people are concerned about a president's ability to have the MPD police department be responsive to the Department of Justice, the time to address that is when we're talking about statehood for DC. If people are concerned about the president being able to move the National Guard into our city, the time to do that would have been when the Congress had a bill that it could have given control of the DC National Guard to DC.
Yeah, you know, the question is, we have a question really, Mika, about safety and security. As long as the president focuses and the FBI focuses and the National Guard focuses on safety and security and not being an ominous force in that city, but just providing support in a partnership role to the D.C. police, that'll be a great thing. If they step over that line, obviously that's something that, you know, we can do two things at once. And if they move into a more ominous role, that is something that we need to, obviously, and everybody needs to bring up with real concerns. But I will just go back to the fact that, you know, the people that are cheering this on privately are not like right-wing Republicans, are not MAGA people. A lot of our friends are in the media, and also Democrats that worked on Joe Biden's campaign, that worked on other campaigns, that are saying, yeah, I'd like to feel safe walking around this city. If the federal government can be a positive partner in keeping the streets safe, while, again, forming a partnership with the D.C. police and not taking over, then at least the people I've spoken with that live in D.C. day in, day out, see this as a positive step.
I think it's also reasonable to be concerned, especially given events during Trump's first presidency and also the January 6th situation from beginning to end, and even some of the language he has used along the way. But let's figure out how this is going to work.